What are your thoughts on using a Roth IRA as a flexible way for education savings? I had a child in my 40s, which is a bit later than the average, and I have access to my money when they start to attend college.
Okay, so I'm not sure I get the whole question. So,
What are your thoughts on using a Roth IRA in place of maybe 529
oh,
plan?
got it. Yeah. Okay. So to pay for college education costs,
Yeah.
and you're in your 40s?
Yeah. So if you had your child in your 40s, and let's say you're going to turn 59, let's say you have it 40,
Uh-huh.
so then you'll turn 59 and a half in 19 and a half years.
Right.
You'll be able to have access to that Roth money in a tax-free growth.
I think it's a brilliant strategy, especially for that situation where, your child's going to be in college when you're 59 and a half or older, right?
Yeah.
And one of my friends had kids. He was over 60 by the time his first child got to college. So yeah, that'd be a perfect idea. It's a little limited into how much you could put in there, but you could start pumping money into a Roth. You have to qualify too, right? I mean, you have to have the right amount of income. If you have too much, you can't do it
Ye-
outside of the backdoor Roth
Yeah, right now it's about I believe it's 100. The phase out starts at 150,000.
for a couple.
Uh for single, and for a couple it is 236,000.
Okay, so if you're under those values, you're old enough so that your child will be in college when you are 59 and a half or older. That's a great strategy, right? I mean, because you get the tax-free growth. You don't have the limits on what you can take it out for like you would with a 529. You can invest it wherever you want. Those 529 plans, they have
They
fairly high expenses.
Yeah,
Uh,
and they give you a limited options
very
pool of investments. Um,
versus you can invest in anything in your Roth IRA and really find some good
the
things.
the nice thing about a 529 plan though is you can contribute more.
Yes,
There's no limit on how much you contribute to a 529
right.
plan. There's a cap on how much value you can have in one. But in theory, you could go above. Most people stop at their annual gift exclusion
Right.
because then you have to actually start paying taxes, or it goes into your estate tax
Yeah, and you can front load 529
for
what
5 years.
for 5 years, which is,
And then
what,
other people
75,000, I think
And
you
then
can.
the nice thing is with 529s, other people can contribute to it too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So I think it could have a good use. It's a very niche. You have to have a very particular situation where it
you
works.
do.
But it offers a lot more flexibility.
Yeah, because it would be nice if your kid doesn't go to college or if the costs aren't that high, you still have this Roth IRA to use for yourself,
Yeah.
for the long term. It's tax-free just like the 529. Sounds to me like, you kinda max out the Roth, and then if you have more money, you start putting in the 529, you can kinda use both that way, right? And, so that's an interesting question. It's, like you say, if you're in your 20s and you've had a child, that probably won't work because, you're gonna end up with penalties for pulling
Yeah,
money out of the Roth.
you can always pull out your contributions tax free,
Right,
and there's also a little bit of exclusion from the penalties
right.
for higher education, but it's not. It wouldn't be the right plan for that situation.
Probably not. Yeah, once you ran the numbers and really looked at it, might not work out as well.